1-1. Hello and welcome. Thank you all for being so patient with me. I had to do a little bit of, I'm not sure what you would call it. Amputation of this paper. There we go. Some Bast, hello and welcome. It's been a while since I've seen you here. It's nice to see you here once again. It's Retro who's dropping Song Redeem. Thank you for that one, Retro. Just let me know what it is. And to answer your question, Sire, yes, I am ready for the next scary movie. I think it's been way too long since we had a successful parody movie in the theaters. I'm looking at you, Naked Gun. And it's been, 20 years since the Wayans brothers actually got to do a scary movie. They only did the first two. They lost the rights to Harvey Weinstein after the first two movies. So they finally get to come back 4 movies later. So I think that's cool. Will it be funny? I'm not entirely too sure, but I'm excited for it. Everything is just a dream, Bast. In case you didn't know, all of it was. Slazzy boy here. Yes, Disputer. Hello, Slaz. Physical cropping. Interesting terminology there. Not inaccurate, though. Yes. It was a 17-inch paper, which is 8.5 inches. So it needed to be cropped, so to speak. Are you ready as well, Groovy? Excellent. It was bad. That's the only thing I keep hearing. That's the only thing I keep hearing. And that's coming from someone who actually not only has seen, but owns the original Leslie Nielsen Police Squad series, TV series. Which Naked Gun was based off of. Excellent series. Zany humor, complete gag humor. Leslie Nielsen was perfect for the role as Frank Drebin. So, I'm not surprised they remade Naked Gun, but I think comedy has changed just enough in today's day and age that it might not be the type of comedy that people are necessarily looking for. Sad to say. It's been a crazy work month, Bast. Why is that? Just been busy? Don't forget Spaceballs 2, yeah. Flat. That's my fear, sire, is that it is also flat. It could be good. I don't want to slander it before it's out, but again, comedy has changed. Bringing back actual comedy films. Police Squad, yeah. 1, 2, 3 Airplane, yeah. And you know what's really ironic about that, sire, is so the writers who did Airplane, those were the guys. It was, I think, 2 brothers, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or maybe like 3 in a troupe. Those guys were the ones who took over Scary Movie after the Wayans brothers were kicked out, after they weren't able to produce another Scary Movie because the rights had basically been sold off to a different parent company. And so those guys who did Airplane were the ones who came on to do Scary Movie 3, just to make things, full circle. Lots of projects at work. At least you're staying busy. I've had those same kind of instances at work where there is no work to do. The workflow needs to keep going and there's no work to do. You have something to do, but 60 plus hours of work? Bast, you're breaking your back. Don't do that. We still need you. Please treat yourself good. A lot of comedies on your server. Yeah, I hope so, Retro. It's getting real hard to find an actual key comedy these days. Very difficult. Comedy has changed quite a bit. Magical Cutie, hello, welcome in. All the older ones, right? So the original Naked Guns, maybe Blazing Saddles, and whatnot. Better be. Yeah. I used to watch a lot more stand-up comedy as well, and that has since come to a screeching halt. Don't watch as much stand-up comedy these days, let alone comedic films. But every now and then it's worth a venture, so to speak. A very long nap. That means you are re-energized for the evening's shenanigans then. I take it, Magical QT. Vulcanvania, you mean Nothing But Trouble? Nothing But Trouble. The very hallowed and esoteric Dan Aykroyd film, Vulcanvania. Excellent film, but again, very esoteric. Rodney Dangerfield, also very excellent as well. You have to capture him in the very correct film if you're judging a Rodney Dangerfield. Nothing But Trouble is woof. It is very woof, very esoteric. There's really nothing quite like Nothing But Trouble, which kind of places it in its own special realm. I for one like Nothing But Trouble. I think it's incredibly off the wall. It's zany, it's irreverent, and it's very unapologetic in the irreverence that it has. It's almost Dan Aykroyd's art house film, but it comes off as just I'm not quite too sure, and that's part of the beauty of the film. Major League Friday, yeah, Friday. Damn, it's been a minute since I've seen Friday. The new guy, I haven't seen that one. Okay, wait. I think Retro was first, and you said Digital Underground. Digital Underground, isn't that? Oh yeah, that's right. That's Vulcanvania. All right, so I will match your Green Goblin with mine, and then we'll play some tunes. There we are. And then someday art will get done. Dan Chevy and MC Humpty, exactly. And a very young Tupac was there as well. Okay, 1 second. Tie the knot. Retro is first. We are doing... I guess we're doing a little bit of Whitesnake. Tupac is the backup dancer. Well, I think he had a couple of lines in that very short segment. I think he had a couple of lines. But yeah, he was dancing a lot. Very young Tupac. Very cool to see. With the Judge Dan Aykroyd there jamming along with them, playing a very fake pipe organ. Very cool. Very trippy. Alright, this was suggested to me. I'm prone to suggestions. This is what we're doing because Retro said so. Yeah, he was there. Hot Tub Time Machine. Mr. Bones Ripper. Mr. Bones Ripper. Mr. Bones Ripper, you might have to elucidate further on that one, Friend Bast. Was that his name in the film? Not too sure. Alright, anyway. Get a reference up real quick. Well, at least Vulcanvania had a modicum of effort and passion put behind it, albeit maybe a little bit of misdirected passion, but passion nonetheless being put behind the film, which is a lot more than what I can say for many films being produced today. Am I wrong in stating such a thing? Sure. I would say no. I'm gonna do this. Okay, let me get my reference up. It's not a severe reference, it's just a reference for the costumes, so mind you, it's not in depth. Alright. Actually, let's go back to the very beginning. Alright. Even the old ones considered trash. Well, some of the old ones are still trash, but they have their own unique charm, I suppose you could say. Although maybe it's because of all the copium that we're sucking now these days. Is that it? Is it warping and corrupting our minds? Perhaps so. Oh, Mr. Bones. Okay, it's coming back to me now, Bast. Yeah. With the kind of human blender obstacle that was laying in the tracks of the coaster. It's coming back to me now. Constantine and Blade, excellent films. Constantine's more of a guilty pleasure. Blade, maybe not so much. That's a little bit more legitimate. Last Starfighter, I already own a copy of that one. Hoping, yes, because back in the day they took risks. You're not incorrect, Groovy. Last Starfighter was so fun. Did you like that one, huh, Best? No movies without a big IP behind it. Yeah, it's kind of a rule of thumb that we're detecting now more and more. And the agenda. Submit to the agenda. Actually, I got the last Starfighter. It was on a 4-pack, a DVD 4-pack with... It was Krull, Space Hunter, and... Oh my gosh, what was it? I think it might have been Alien from LA. Yeah, I think it was Alien from LA. All 4 of those movies on the same DVD. And it was one of those DVDs that was like dual-sided, so flip it for those 2 movies and then the reverse for the latter 2. Which TMNT film? Don't say 3. Please don't say 3. Lost in Time or whatever. Roll, baby, yeah. What was it called? The Glaive. Yeah, the Glaive. Okay, hold on. Dave. The almighty weapon that they're seeking in Krull. Krull was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. It was very unabashed, very unafraid to be exactly what it was, which was just high fantasy, low budget, 80s. I hate to say it, but corn. It was a very corny film. But it was good corn. I love my corn. The '07 TMNT animated one. I've never seen that one. Actually, speaking of which, I've never seen that one. My misspent youth. It was Krull, Last Starfighter, Space Hunter, and Alien from LA. All four on the same disc. My misspent youth. Oh, those days. Those halcyon days. Yeah, that came out in theaters in 2000 and... Geez, what was it, like 2005? Or something like that. Those combo disc sets, absolutely. I remember where I was when I bought it. I was literally in... Now I'm yapping. I was in Best Buy. Back when Best Buy actually still sold films. And they had that one there. I think it was on a cheapy cheap. And I ended up getting that one. The Last Unicorn. Ooh, animated. Yep. Another, I think that one was also in the 80s. Last Unicorn. Yeah. Last Unicorn. Alright. Actually, Best Buy, I think, was one of the last holdouts that sold like collector's edition films. Oh, excuse me. Thank you for the song redeem. Also retro. We're going to... Okay, and what... Groovy, what was the song? Tupac, go ahead and rock, please. Now they ask if they can kiss me. Because it's the same song. It's kind of low. Fun. What's up, Retro? Did you for reals? No, you did not. You didn't do that. Why would you do that? Groovy, thank you for the biscuit emotes. I can match you if you'd like. $30, bro. You could have spent that on like a pizza, but instead you wanted to do next mutation. You're making my head a little bit itchy with your decisions. No concept for this art. We're just jumping in. Yeah, bro. Big Lots, the Big Lots that is around me just went out of business, like kind of like middle of last summer. They went out of business, but I would go over there specifically just for DVDs. You could have bought Spawn or The Shadow or even The Phantom. I love all three of them. Probably in descending order. Phantom, followed by The Shadow, followed by Spawn. And because you said Spawn, Biscuit appeared. You made a random Biscuit spawn out of nowhere. Hope you're doing well, man. Would have died without Turbo. I don't know the history behind that. I wouldn't necessarily doubt it, though. Okay, well, mine's Bast. Mine has been dead for, like, it's coming up on a year. In the same order, Billy Zane. Don't make me. You're gonna make me do it, Groovy. Okay, don't make me do it. You made me do it. You could tell us. Billy Zane. Billy Zane needed to play Lex Luthor so bad, and he was never given the chance. All around the world, it's just the same song, if you can believe that. He would have made a brilliant Luthor. Brilliant. Brilliant. Who was that masked man? Who was that masked man? It is the ghost who walks. The ghost who walks. I don't believe there is a Gremlins 3. I think Gremlins 3 is just called The Mandalorian because they like just straight up stole the Gremlin design, right? The ghost who walks, man. Look, he comes with an extra skull that he can just hold. Where's his guns? I know he has some guns in there. There's some guns in there somewhere. Oh, right there. There we go. Yeah. Come on, man. The Phantom. The very first superhero to have blank eyes. Eyes without pupils. The very first superhero to do that. Created by Lee Falk all the way back in the mid 1930s. Phantom. Including the Phantom, and also Mandrake the Magician, and Lothar. Lothar was there as well. I mean, I wasn't watching it every week, but I definitely know of it for sure. Evil Dead and Silent Hill because they nailed the game, and yet the Silent Hill films are met with such disregard. Groovy, so you may be in the minority in that. Excellent retro. It's time to get something signed. Jason X is somewhat of a guilty pleasure among Friday 13 fans for sure. Old man? What? You can't be an old man before me, Retro. Hey, thank you for tuning in. You have a good night's rest, okay? We still need you. Get some good rest in, okay, man? Okay, the first one. Yeah. I gotcha. Hey, I got you, Retro. Thank you for that. Yeah. If I need anything, I'll be sure that you're most likely the first one to find out, man. See if we can do a little bit of drama with the pose. Let's a little bit more. Okay, let's add in a little bit more tightening for this pencil, and then we'll move on to inks, because I just don't want to... I've already been going for 40... Well, I mean, I did take like 10 minutes to get started, but I've already been going for 30 to 40 minutes, so I don't want to linger too long. It is still an art stream, I think. Make sure I'm drawing this costume right. Ah, excuse me. Hey, Jenny, thank you for that one. Yeah, I did sneeze. Looking at this, I'm trying. I'm trying to scoot the art right along, but I'm just getting distracted by blabbing, of course. But thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well on a Wednesday. Oh, give me 1 second. The movie needs to hit replay. Oh no, you're good. If you feel like blabbing, you know, go right on ahead. I was already blabbing a little earlier. I'm just here, just you know, chilling, trying to get a little bit of art done. Basically, this, same thing I always do, right? Chilling, trying to get a little bit of art done, blabbing, a little bit par for the course. Who makes music? Phantom versus Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera? Dang, you're going way back in time. No one's messing around with Phantom of the Opera these days. I like him. I love the character, but... Has anyone ever seen the Robert Englund... Speaking of which, I've never seen it. The Robert Englund Phantom of the Opera? Like the movie that he basically had to stall all of the Nightmare on Elm Street films for. I've never seen that movie. I always wanted to. Speaking of the Phantom. You've seen it? Oh, really? Was it vaunted? Was it good? I know it was a little bit gory, but you know, that was back then, I suppose, but gory enough for the 1980s. The Mangler, yeah, I've heard about that one as well. I've only seen that one in passing. I know he's in it, and he has like this kind of a, I guess a handicap, I think like apparatus he's wearing, if I remember correctly. The Mangler. Yeah. Oh, hold on.
For absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a musical obsessed couple. You book a
Love Robert's work. I haven't made made it around to seeing that one, but I've always been interested to see that one. Speaking of the Phantom of the Opera, right? Because one thing about Robert Englund is that he won't let himself get limited by Freddy. When he gets a role, he will act in that role, and he doesn't care that he is known for being Freddy. He's gonna take that role as that character, which basically just is a kind of a long form way of saying that he's committed to being an actor, which is really, really nice. And you know, speaking of like original, you could even say universal horror movie monsters, did anyone go see The Bride? The Bride, I heard it didn't do too well in the movie theater box office this weekend. The Bride of Frankenstein, also known as The Bride, this weekend did not do very good at all. I don't remember him in V. Is that the one with... You mean like the old V or the new V? Because there was like a reboot of V way, way later. You mean the old V, right? Hope it loses money. I haven't seen it. I've only heard reviews and read that it just didn't. It performed very poorly, which is sad. I love the original Bride of Frankenstein movie. It's very nutty. It's very zany. You know, and it's one of the universal monsters, right? So when they do bad, I get sad. It's a sad thing to hear that, you know, such a hallowed and well-known IP is doing poorly. But I guess it's just because they decided to make a crappy movie out of it. Hey, no, what's up? The old V, yeah. Okay, so I know the old V TV series. I haven't seen too much of it, and I don't remember Robert Englund in it. It's quite a while ago, the old V. Well, yeah, and Magical Cutie, the thing with that is the trailer. I think every time I went to go see a movie in the theaters in the past, like 3 months, there was a trailer for that film. The marketing for it was everywhere. But apparently it didn't do too good. Did not do too good. You know, I don't want it to fail, of course. Yeah, I love The Bride of Frankenstein, but I guess it didn't do too good. Okay, we need to fix this a little bit. This isn't looking right. My day, it was very, very full. Very full, very busy day today. That's why I'm on so late. I would have been on earlier, but just very busy day today. No. Thank you for asking. Minor but more important as things progressed. I think V came out, what was it? Was it like... Was it kind of like the late 80s, early 90s? The original V, if I'm not mistaken? Or maybe like the mid 80s? Maybe they're trying to capture some of that magic that other Alien TV show was doing, which was called... It's called... Not Planet Earth, it was called... oh my goodness, I can't remember it. Because they took this whole, like social angle with aliens living on Earth. Is it called Alien Earth? Alien Earth, something like that? I kind of forget when V was popular. Alien Nations. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Bast. The mid-80s, yeah. Hey, Magical Cutie, I'm going to try and have a very magical night. Thank you for bestowing that magic upon me. I'm just going to chill here, try to get a little artwork done. I hope you are doing well. You have a magical evening yourself. Okay, and if you need to lay down and get some rest, get some Z's, do it, alright? Thank you for tuning in. Oh, it came just after. Alright. So maybe Alien Nation was trying to, like, rip a little bit off of off of V. Hey, 6'5" Asian. Glad to see you in here. I too am also Asian, although I might be 5'6". Wait, no, I'm not that short. Mentally stimulated while sketching. Well, I guess you could say I'm spinning a bunch of different plates at once. It definitely helps to have interesting people like Bast and Sire, Magical Cutie, and you, and Groovy, and Nono all in here talking to me, right? I already know what I'm going to draw. I can already see it in my mind's eye. I'm just sitting here just basically producing it. And in the meantime, I can talk to all of y'all. But I hope you're doing well, 6'5" Asian. We're doing a little bit of sketching. Spider-Man villain, in case you didn't know. I'm gonna do one of these. And like that. Give him a little bit of a shape right here. And it's gonna get better too. Once we lay the inks on this, it's gonna look a lot more, well, refined, obviously, but no streaming is no sketching. No, absolutely not. I sketch on my free time as well. Although I will say that in my free time, I'll do a little bit more of like touch-up work. Like if there's something that needs to be done that's a little bit like clunky to do on stream. So like coloring or like experimenting with different mediums or like different approaches, then I will save that for off stream. But sketching is really easy to do. A very crispy 5 hours. No, that's called a soft lurk. It's called a soft lurk, right? I know you got to get back over to work tomorrow. Please get all of your rest in. We still need you, okay, No. We need to see how the ending of Legend of Zelda turns out, okay? Please get your rest. I'm just going to be here sitting, raging, and getting a little bit of art done. A very soft nap and a very soft lurk. Very non-committal. I kind of like it. Get my reference back up. Okay, so this is going to be like that. This is going to be actually a little bit more fun than I thought. Hold on. There we go. Okay, he's getting there. Bear with me. Maybe it's one of these. Okay, let's do a little bit of the face and then we'll bust out the inks. Yeah. No, you're dead. You are dead. It's not a soft nap. It's a hard sleep. You are dead. Erica. Hold on. Aha, Erica. Wow. Bat raid. Bat raid. Let me switch gears over to maybe this screen. Right. Meow. Aha, Erica. Did you have your aha moment yet? Hello? In case you didn't know, I'm Superior Spider. I do a lot of traditional style artwork, comic style artwork. If you like comic books, manga, horror movies, science fiction, all that kind of stuff. I like to draw that kind of thing here with you. And aha, Erica, I hope you had a good stream. Let me get you a shout out real quick. This is all the old stuff that I've been drawing. You have an aha moment every day. I love it. Shout outs to... I got you, Bast. Thank you, Ben. Alright. Yeah, I guess you could say it's pretty chill over here tonight. Although I'm raging. I'm just trying to get it done. I hope your stream was a little bit more fruitful, maybe a little bit more productive, maybe a little bit less rageful, maybe. Oh my goodness. Aha, Erica. You know what upsets me about what you're saying is, 'cause now it reminds me of something that happened IRL. Is I used to have a kiln that was gifted to me by it was my grandma's kiln, and it actually got stolen from me, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have been doing the same thing, right? Yes, welcome Raiders, hello. Lady Etheria, hello. Cool username too. I love when art is not going well. Well, it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a lot of art, like maybe even like what I'm working on right now, like this thing right here, very like of the moment, right? So maybe if I don't think it's going well, I can still chip away at the moment, so to speak, if that makes any kind of esoteric sense. Perhaps I'm just speaking in nonsensical jargon, though. You'll have to forgive me. Someone stole the kiln. Yeah. They got away with a kiln and a couple other things. Oh, yeah, it was. It had all the gear that came with it, the literature, the manuals, little cones that you stuck in there and everything. Heavy, heavy as the devil as well, but they managed to make off with it. So, hey, Lady Etheria, appreciate that greatly. Summoning the tick, of course. But yeah, painting clay figurines. That sounds awesome. I've studied how to make glaze, because I was, getting excited to use this kiln. And this wasn't that long ago. This was only a year ago, about. And so otherwise, I'd probably be doing the same thing you're doing. But I hope painting the clay figurines is going excellent. I love hearing that you're doing such a, maybe an esoteric form of art that you're doing. Painting the clay figurines that you're baking. It's excellent. Not everyone's doing that here on Twitch. Polymer clay. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Not all clay is made equal. I've looked at my clays before. If doesn't that sound like art nerd? I've looked at different kinds of clays. How art nerd of me. Mudworks. I'll have to look them up. MWM Mudworks. Okay, so look that one up later. Hold on. Let me write that one down so I recall for later times. We can put that one right over here. Actually, it was M W M Mudworks. There we go. Now I remember. Hey, nothing wrong with oven. Nothing wrong with oven. It's cool that you're even doing that. You know, not a whole lot of people here on the Twitch art category doing ceramics and painting them. No, everyone's just doing anime, like digital art, anime style art. You know, so I'm kind of the same way. I'm doing traditional art. I'm a little bit of an exception to the rule. Some of us paint. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Is it digital paint or actual like IRL paint? Ooh. Traditional. Oh, ooh. What are you using? What are you using? Acrylic? Watercolor? Some gesso? A little bit of gouache mixed in, maybe? All kinds of stuff. Silly digital stuff. Nothing wrong with that. I do digital artwork too, but my favorite thing to do digitally is color. I don't like doing line art digitally. I'll actually color my traditional lines, scan them, color them digitally. And as far as painting goes, I do a little painting myself, but I use an airbrush. I use a airbrush. That's my paint. Watercolor, acrylics, alcohol inks as well. Acrylic markers, crafty. Ooh, very crafty. Very crafty. That means that you can use all that stuff on wood, glass, metals, you know, all kinds of stuff. You know, I'm a little crafty too. I have my little metal engraver and my wood burner, and that I like to bust out every now and then. So, you know, I guess it's a little nerdy of me, but I can't help it. I love customizing things. You know. It's mine. It's one of a kind now, right? But anyway, I'm blabbing. Oh yeah, let me also put this up too, in case, you know, don't feel pressured. But I will, for posterity, put the Discord link up. It's a very small, humble Discord. Don't feel pressured. There we go. Don't have as many of the fun tools yet. Well, let's see. I got. Okay, I'm not bragging. I have 4 airbrushes, and I think they were all gifts. They were all gifted to me. Oh, hey, you're good. You're good. Oh no, go for it. Turbo game, okay. Oh, let's see. Oh wait, maybe have I seen this? Looking at the work. Kind of looks like you're doing a little bit of everything. Hold on, there we go. I love monsters, not men. Is it too much to ask for both? Hold on, let me drop you a follow. Broken tree. Yeah. Hey, Beto, what up, man? What up, man? Oh, we're here just chilling. We're here just chilling. Aha, Erica decided to have an aha moment, showed up, so We're just doing a little yapping before tackling the art once again. I hope you're doing well, Beto. You're doing well. Hey, don't feel bad about that one, Eric. I'm also pretty bad. I'm bad for different reasons. I'm staunchly anti AI, and unfortunately, I guess my Python won't let my Glaze and Nightshade work. So I just have kind of distanced myself from posting on Instagram much these days. But I understand. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Round these parts, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that, Beto. Yeah, but for me, it was just a point of contention with the art that was getting scraped. Unfortunately. Yeah, you have to play their game. That's just how it works, unfortunately. So, yeah. It is what it is. What can I say? You only do what you can. Speaking of Spider-Man, there's Jonah. We can go back to a little bit of art. Ooh. I think for the Toad redeem there, man. Toad lives on, yes, still. I know I keep saying this. I really have been wanting to just like take a day out to work on stream to add in a couple more things like that, but just very, very busy these days. Very busy these days. Okay, so anyway, let's see if I can get back into a little bit of a rhythm. Get a little bit of artwork done. Alright. Good enough. Let's start inking. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, dude. Shocker! And he's like running away like a scared coward. Because of course, right? No, you're good, you're good. You're good. Alright. Let's change the music a little bit. Damn. Hey, nice to hear, Albedo. Nice to hear it. I look forward to reading the finished product. Let's go to... this one?
My wife may call it a...
Call it a what? Hey, that's not so bad, Albedo. You know, doing like having your characters do like simple everyday stuff makes them terribly relatable. So it's not like the worst thing to do. So, excuse me. Okay, you ready for it? We're committing a little bit of inks on this. Do the head first. Yeah, man. Which one? Which one did you end up getting? It's like those miniature. Is it like a miniature trade, or like those really small ash cans that you're talking about? Oh, Born Again? Yeah, it was a trade. Gotcha. I actually still haven't read Born Again, believe it or not. Just because I'm not the biggest Daredevil fan, but I know and acknowledge that it's a good one. Spoken to people about it. I know it's a good one. Probably not that deep into it yet, huh? Trail of the Catwoman? Which one's that? Birthright? I think I've heard of Birthright. Is that one the very early Lanil Yu artwork, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah. I never read Birthright, but I remember seeing that one everywhere. Okay. I didn't know Darwin Cook was doing Catwoman with Ed. I know the Darwin Cook Catwoman, but I didn't know he was teaming up with that stuff. I hope you like it. I've been a little bit more partial to the Ballant Catwoman, just personal taste. Yeah. I love Catwoman. She's kind of a lot of missed opportunities with her, but I love Catwoman. Yeah, absolutely, man. Nothing wrong with that. If I could read a little bit more Catwoman, like of the Ballant Catwoman, and yeah, I'd be all for it. I just kind of haven't lately had the time for that stuff. I've always wanted to, though. Read that. Music too loud? No. Although I can turn it down. comes to the hairstyle. Oh, you mean the Darwin Cook style when she has the short hair? Yeah, she has the like visually speaking, a very very different approach to Catwoman. A little bit more utilitarian, a little bit more. I almost want to say, I don't know if I should say moody, but her costume is utilitarian, a little bit more like baggy, so it evokes different shadows. Love Catwoman too, but I like Black Cat more. I think they're both good characters. Both good characters. Black Cat gets even less love than Catwoman. So. Bob and Pixie hairstyle. Get the squirrel distance bonfires. Oh yeah, I mean, it's a cool style. Yeah, sure. The short hairstyle. I mean, Janet's had like all kinds of different hairstyles over the years because she's just been around for forever. But, and so is Squirrel Girl for that part too. What? Really? Is Black Cat gonna be in Marvel Rivals? Don't tell me that. Is for real Black Cat gonna be in Marvel Rivals? Oh, shoot. Really? Wow. Well, look at that. Everything's coming up Black Cat now. Good for her. That's cool when a character is C-list as Black Cat gets a little bit of spotlight. I think Marvel Rivals has excelled at that, giving these lesser known characters a little bit of attention. Like Elsa Bloodstone, one of the most recent characters in Rivals, right? And I showed you on stream my original Bloodstone #1. Like, I've been a Bloodstone fan for a long time. Before it was Elsa, it was Ulysses Bloodstone, right? And now it's like people talking about Bloodstone, and I'm hearing like the way back of the crowd, like I remember Bloodstone. That's me. I remember the comic book, guys. I got you back in the comics. Yeah, I say good. If it got you back in the comics, I say good. Hey, Romantic Beam. What's up, man? Thank you for the follow. Summoning, once again, the Tick. Summoning the Tick. Not seeing a whole lot of Double D this stream, but seeing a little bit of Tick action. That's cool. Do a little bit of that. An elderly man in the mountains. I mean, when it comes to comic books, I might be, right? I'm just the elderly man in the mountains with all my like old school comics. And like, oh man, I remember that. I have this comic, I have those comics. I remember reading blah 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 blah. You know, and then Marvel Rivals comes along, and it's like, have you heard? Have you heard about this character called Bloodstone? Have you heard about this character called Angela or Squirrel Girl or Black Cat? Like all this stuff, man. This is stuff I've been cutting my teeth on for years. Sensei. Dang, Sensei?
Greetings, welcome this to Sports Center. Nice to see you. Hope you enjoy.
Oh, hold on. Well, I'm glad I get to be a sensei of sorts. That's kind of nice. All right, let's zoom out a little bit more. There was a woman who went by Bloodstone. Yeah. And you know, I think she's cool. It's like here's another good example. Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger have been like bottom tier, like D-listers basically since they debuted, and now they're in this popular video game and people seem to somewhat have an affinity for Cloak and Dagger. I think that's great. I think that's cool. Okay, we're gonna do this. It's us against the world. It feels like that sometimes. Sometimes it does. Man Thing. Ooh. Hitting us with the Man Thing reference. I love it. The macabre Man Thing. Kind of a Marvel's version of Swamp Thing, I have to say. But I just love him because he has the approach where Swamp Thing was approached with a much more romantic and pathos-driven story. But Man Thing was just straight up early 1970s horror. They didn't try to play him off like some sympathetic monster. He was just an unthinking, unceasing, shambling wreck of a man that was a creature as well. The macabre Man Thing. And that triple kind of elephant trunk design on his face. It's completely unmistakable. I love Man Thing. He's more of a guest character. He shows up in people's comics. Man Thing hasn't had his own comic in years, but I love the guy. I did draw Swamp Thing for Inktober. Man Thing, I will have to draw one of these days. He like Swamp Thing is very, very texture driven. So when you draw Swamp Thing or Man Thing, I would even say especially Man Thing, he has a lot of just texture all over him. So when you draw him, you really have to commit to like very fine placement of where you're going to place your shadows, because there's so much on him. They could bring in Dr. Fate. Hey, Dr. Fate's all fine and good. I mean, he's kind of like, I mean, obviously like Doctor Strange in so much that they're both like the magical character that shows up in guest appearances, but Dr. Fate has guest appearance syndrome more than Doctor Strange. Like, Doctor Strange is interesting enough to have his own comic book for years and years and years, but Dr. Fate doesn't have his own comic book. Dr. Fate has been in the Justice Society, and well, that's kind of it. Like the Justice Society, and then sometimes he'll have his own adventures, but he's really just a guest character. I love him, but he has guest appearance syndrome bad. He's cool when he shows up in other people's stuff, but he's just not cool enough to have his own comic book. Which is a little bit damning, I think. Killer Frost. Oh, I don't think Killer Frost is appearing in any of the books these days, Wolf. Yeah, I like her too. I like her too. And you know what? Oh, at one point in time, she didn't have short hair. She had like medium length hair down to her shoulders back in the old Firestorm days. Huh? Way back in the 80s in the Firestorm days. That one's also true. She has actually the long hair, and then her alternate costume is mohawk. I played the crap out of that game when it came out, dude. When that first Injustice game came out, I just was playing that like every day. And I remember specifically, I would just play that game just against the CPU, match after match after match as the Green Lantern, because I just, like, at heart, I just wanted to be Green Lantern and kick ass. That's all I wanted to do. I want to be Green Lantern, and I want to kick ass. So I was just freaking playing match after match as Hal. Oh, you're good, man. We need, hold on. We need the right marker. 1 second. I was just saying that she, in that first Injustice game, because you mentioned it, I was saying that she was in that, and then when that game came out, I was just playing that game a whole lot as Green Lantern. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I played the crap out of that first Injustice game. I guess I played a lot of the second one too, but the first one more.
When a shopping cart smashed my headlight, we worried we'd have to fight to get paid for such a...
Okay, let's do some of maybe this. Injustice 2 is good, but it definitely feels like a more recent, a more latter day NetherRealm game. It handles and feels a lot like Mortal Kombat 11 and probably Mortal Kombat 1. I haven't played Mortal Kombat 1, but it looks, handles, and feels like, you know, those latter day games, those more recent games. Injustice 1 still feels a little bit more man, I don't want to say unrefined because it is a refined game, but it just feels different. The feel of the game, the gameplay itself is just different. You get back into it just for Killer Frost, maybe. I like playing it just because it's a large part of it is because of the characters. I love the characters they put in that game. Like if you want Shazam versus Black Adam, you got it. If you want Green Lantern versus Sinestro, you got it. If you want Wonder Woman versus Ares, you got it. Like a lot of those characters had a nemesis to fight, and I just thought that was so cool. No Aquaman. Black Manta was in the second Injustice game. But Aquaman was still, and you know, there's another one. Like Aquaman had such a strong design in that first Injustice game. It's actually one of my favorite Aquaman designs is in that game. I'm calling, yeah, man. One of these days we'll jump on Fightcade and we'll play a little bit of Injustice against each other, huh? Sounds like fun. Good wolf. Nice to God. Hey, Art Siren showed up. Thank you for showing up, Art Siren. Thank you for sharing your art in the Discord, and thank you again for the lurk. I appreciate that. We're here just chipping away at just more traditional stuff, but I hope you're doing well. Gotcha, Wolf. What did you have in mind? What did you have in mind? Soul of Cinder? Okay, I got you, man. 1 second, get that set up. Yeah, I got you. Dang, this is epic music for Shocker. Shocker is kind of a low-level Spider-Man villain, but I still love him. Hey, hi Erica, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for chatting a little bit. Thank you for sharing the art. I think that was uh your viewer Etheria who was sharing your link, but it was nice looking at your art. Get some good rest, okay? I'm just gonna be here just chilling. But get some good rest so you can do it all again tomorrow, all right? Your your presence is appreciated. Hey, cleaning up. Hey, part of having a clean workstation is part of being an artist. I understand cleaning up after you're done doing work and producing stuff. Like, I get that. In fact, it's a little bit soothing in its own very special way, isn't it? But yeah, I hope you got it all cleaned up so that you're ready for the next time. Gotta clean up after yourself. The job's not done till it's all clean. And one more time. Uh, 1N6U. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name, but hey, thank you for summoning up the very, very cheeked up Double D. I appreciate that, man. It's pretty epic for the Shocker. Very, very epic for a character of his caliber, I think. Get our lines figured out. Mm-hmm. You say that a lot, Wolf. You're like, mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been too long since you did a DS3 NDR, right? Uh, Hold on, that one. This marker is trying to die. Let me get my other one. Dang. It's just like that. Just like that. Hold on, let me get a 2-minute break in. Let me put this up in the meantime. Excellent. Oh dang, Outhouse. Hey, Outhouse Cartoons. I remember you. Let me get you a shout out real quick, man. Outhouse, what the heck? Summoning up the cheeked up Double D. I appreciate that, man. What you working on, fool? Let me get shot going. Oh, sound alerts are going off. You'll have to ignore that. Here, let me put the slideshow up in the meantime for anyone who may not be unawares of me. I'm Superior Spider. I do traditional art mainly here on Twitch. I like to hang out, just chat, just chill. Little games every now and then, but a lot of yapping, a lot of art in the meantime. But Outhouse, hey man, hope you had a good time over on your stream. Ballerina Commando, dang, what does that look like? Hold on. Right now we're working on who are we working on today? Working on Spider-Man villains. The Shocker. This one's the Shocker. Right? Shocker. Oh, nice. Ballerina Commando sounds pretty good though. If you have any socials or if you want to share what it looks like, you know, I'll take a look, man. Ballerina Commandos is an OC, huh? What brought that on, I wonder? Ballerina Commando. The whole Spidey Rogues Gallery. Outhouse, usually what I say is when in doubt, draw a Spider-Man villain. I mean, he just has it's such a rich gallery of villains. You know, kind of a rule of thumb over here. Oh, you're gonna scan it. Oh, you got your own at-home scanner. Excellent, man. Usually I have to go to the copy print store for that kind of fooling around, but it's great you got your own scanner. Dang. You can always just snap a photo, dude. You know, you're good. You good. Yeah. Alright, so anyway. Speaking of Ed Boys, there's the Ed Boys right there. Alright. Ed Boys. It's an old one. We're just chipping away at you know, the pile of stuff really. I mean, I got a bunch of projects that are just sitting around, but I decided to start something new. So it is what it is. But anyway, hope you're doing good. House cartoon. Ballerina Commando sounds pretty cool. Let's see. Let's get our lines figured out, man. Getting a little bit windy out there, man. Alright, one of these. These. Just chipping away. Actually, you know what? Okay, so shoulders are open. All right. Small error, but we can fix it. If the marker actually wants to stay alive. Let me get my... No, it's not working. Bro, it's been a very common occurrence over here, and like with these ones right here, like these are both pilot. Yeah, and I can see it. These are both pilots, and no one has these anymore. I think I gotta go online to get them. They work great when they work, but they've just seen a little bit too much action. So yeah, they're just getting worn out and used. You know how it goes. Let's check this shit out. Oh, hey, nice, dude. Damn. Okay, let's look at this stuff. Let's look at this stuff. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me look at it. Let me look at it. It's excellent.
At Fred Meyer Pharmacy,
Oh, hold on.
Care is making things convenient so you can shop and get alerts when your prescriptions are ready. Plus, our pharmacists help you find lower prices by accepting most prescription discount cards. Fred Meyer Pharmacy stays open 7 days a week.
Very, very light application of your cross hatching, it looks like. Or, well, I mean, hatching and or cross hatching. But very, very light. And I love the usage of just these little tiny parts of the completely blacked out silhouette. Like on the hair, a little bit on the holster on her torso, a little bit on the leg, and then the ribbons. That turned out really good. It adds a very fun shape language to the character because you have so much like squiggly S shapes with the ballerina tutu, but then you also replicate that with the ribbons on her shoes, the hair, and then you contrast that with the really hard edges of especially the semi-automatic she's holding. So it's a very fun piece overall. And then of course you have that very trademark signature angular kind of face shape and body shape, which is just part of your anatomical wheelhouse. I appreciate it. It takes up a lot more of the page when you're able to add all of those fun shape elements to it. Very easy to digest with the eyes too because of how high contrast it is as well. All right, well, yeah. Thanks for sharing, man. Very cool stuff. It's been a little bit of time since I did an OC here. It's cool. No, you did good, man. I love it. I love looking at it. Are you kidding? That's like common. That's the R tax, man. That is the Twitch R tax. You paid the R tax. Yeah, man. Was it as fun to draw and illustrate as it was to look at it? Or was it all about the end goal, huh? Like the finished product? Yeah, it came out pretty good on Groovy. Good stuff, good stuff. It was fun to do. Okay, don't forget about the fun factor. The fun factor does matter. Yet other stuff to do. Bro, I know how that goes. Kidding me? Wait. You mean you have a life outside of doing all your Twitch art and art powers? You know, you have to actually do IRL stuff and human things like eat and sleep. Yeah, no, I get it, man. Full schedule. You mean the tiny bite syndrome that he has? Is that what you're getting at, man? Yeah. I've heard about it. Yeah. Thank you for hydration, man. Hold on, let's do this. Hold on. Okay, I haven't actually got to see the whole thing, so
You've heard about it. Here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, oh, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing, I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a Big Arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only
Distinctively.
McDonald's do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy
Got the
onions
cheeses
as well,
and the
that's a good texture.
gooiness.
And of course, we've got the pickles. So,
All right. All right. Hey, Outhouse, thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate that. Oh yeah. I'll post it. Don't worry. Which I should have dropped the Discord link, but hey, you have a good rest of your night. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for talking a little bit. Try to have a good rest of your evening. Hey, Outhouse. Again, appreciate that, man. Product, yeah. He's getting lambasted, dude. He is just getting trashed on like hella. Very, very svelte-looking gentleman too, I might add. Very, very lean, despite being the CEO of, you know, McDonald's. He thought he might be a man of heft, but he really isn't. All right. I'm gonna throw this up for just a second. Just a second. We'll wrap back in just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Turn the music up for y'all. Thank you for sticking around, Albedo. I want to chip away at this just a little bit more before I call it a night. I think I got a little bit more left in me. Vason's here. What the hell? Hey man, what's up? I mean, is that even fast food? That's like calling Mod Pizza fast food. They do the same thing, but with pizza. Vason. Alright. Just give me like 2 minutes. I appreciate that, man. Vason, welcome in. Thank you for showing up. Your friend Albedo is here, otherwise known as Wolf.
Usually getting a phone for $0 is too good to be true. A hassle, but not at Verizon. Now, when you make the switch to Verizon, America's best network, you can get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Plus for $0. No drama, no hassles. No trade-in needed when you get a new line on select unlimited plans. Talk about a no-brainer. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, US 2H 2025. All rights reserved. See Verizon.com for details.
One, 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 one. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. All right. Thank you for winning. Okay. Let's get back to the matter at hand. We're going to chip away at this for a little bit more than I'll call good. We're not quite at the oven mitt stage of the costume yet. So let's just figure out some of these line placements, as it were. Hey Vason, are you playing Resident Evil yet, man? I know you're playing all the games. Are you playing Resident Evil yet? Wolf? Albedo, are you playing Resident Evil? Is anyone playing Resident Evil in here? Oh, you're in the middle of a village playthrough? Nice, man. Like, as crappy as it sounds, I haven't played any of the, what's his name, Ethan? I haven't played any of the Ethan games with, 7 and 8. I haven't played them. I want to, and I know I will someday. But you know, here's part of the shit kicker is you're not Chris or Leon. And when I turn on Resident Evil, it's like I want to be Leon. Like I want to kick ass and be cool. Like I don't want to be this new guy I know nothing about. Which is like, oh, Spider, you're not giving him a chance. I'm sure he's cool. He probably is. He's just not cool enough. The look does matter. The feel does matter. I don't have it yet. I've been dying to play it, but I mean, if you want, you could pay like a scalper $230 for a copy, right? Like, what's electricity? Wait, you kind of need that to play the game. I mean, what's water? Yeah, what's water when you need Resident Evil 9, right? No, really? Does Chris show up in Village for reals? Damn, that's cool. Chris is an OG. Chris is OG. Yeah, what up, man? What up, man? Get a little bit of Shocker. I'm gonna follow you to the ends of the earth, Shocker. I swear to you. Mother truckin' Shocker. You like that? Like that, Spider-Man? Spider-Man, I'm going to vibrate so hard, you're not gonna know what hits ya. Oh, that's awesome. Boulder punching asshole. Damn. What a reputation to carry in Resident Evil. you turned the sink on. Very, very Home Alone wet bandit of you. We're the wet bandits. Just turn the sink on and leave. That's why they want to kill you, Wolf. That's why they're trying to eat your brains. Alright. Or McDonald's CEO, huh? Can you believe the McDonald's CEO did that?
With 2.5 times faster charging with public DC fast.
Hold on, we got some ads on the music real quick. We got even more ads on the music. Oh, it's because it ended. All right, we'll do this. One of these days I'll get to playing Resident Evil 9. And 7 and 8, hopefully. Like 7? 7 is like $20 now, I think, at this point. Like 7's really cheap. And I think from the reviews that I've seen, 8 was better. Like close, but generally speaking, people really liked 8. So I was like, alright. I'll get to playing those games someday. Maybe here on stream, I don't know. Oh, really? Huh, okay, that's interesting, because I have played Resident Evil 2, like, you know, like way back in the day, right? Back when Capcom and or horror games were trying to be a little bit more like moody and horrific. And so it's interesting that you say that. Resident Evil 7 a little bit more horror style. You know, the action's all fine and good. That's definitely what drew me to Resident Evil 4. I'm not gonna complain about the action. But, you know, everyone says after RE4, like it changed. The franchise changed. That was the one that changed everything. And I still have, to this day, have not played RE5. I've always wanted to. I have heard great things about RE5, but also that it's really just an action-oriented game. It's like, all right, I see what you're doing. They're probably never gonna remake RE5 though, huh? Like they're just gonna stop at 4 and then they just go back to Resident Evil 9. Let's get one of these in. How about Marathon? Any y'all playing Marathon? That one just came out. I guess it looks kind of interesting. Everyone was really worried about the design aesthetic, but then when the game actually came out, people were I guess they looked beyond that and they just thought the game was really good. Bungie produced, of course. I don't think I need to even mention that. Let's do this. Hold on, let's get something a little bit more punchy. Thank you.
Advil Dual.
All right. I'm still here. I just need to close the window. All right. And of course, a quick bite. one of the most one of the most vaunted video game soundtracks, Extreme G. Vaunted. Oh. Wolf, or Wolfgang, thank you for showing up, man. Oh, we here just chilling, getting a little bit of artwork done. Trying to, anyway. Hope we're doing well. Maybe my exposure to drum and bass at a very early age. Oh, hey, you're good, man. Thank you for the alert. Oh, nice storytelling. That sounds fun. And all the fun college classes, huh?
Tech major,
Oh,
tech minor.
oh my god, it's freaking Athlean X. Get out of here. The freaking supervillain of YouTube fitness. No, it was Athlean X. He's a YouTube fitness workout guy. Oh, that's even the song. Nope. It's Extreme G. Extreme G. That may have been the unofficial sequel, but I haven't played that game. Wolf. If this is what Command and Conquer sounds like, maybe I should play a little bit more Command and Conquer. I didn't know Command and Conquer had freaking drum and bass in it, man. Before the drum and bass, yeah, I got you, man. Not really the Command and Conquer like historical like video game like angle is it with the music, you know? Oh yeah, by the way, man, thank you for posting. I think you were the only artist I saw that like kind of exists in my sphere that posted a little bit of Miku art for Miku Day yesterday. Because it like I didn't even know yesterday was Miku Day, and it just like no, the day before yesterday. I'm sorry. And I saw that you posted that over on Biscuits. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the day before yesterday. That was pretty cool. Not even the vaunted Biscuit drew Miku, but you drew Miku. Kudos to you, man. You know, speaking of music and, you know, whatnot, right? The professor has the card now? That's awesome. In its own, like, very secret and, Miku kind of way, I guess, huh? You've now bequeathed the gift of Miku under the professor. And he likes it, you just don't know it yet. Damn, this one was good. I remember this one. Yeah, yesterday was Mario Day. I didn't do any Mario artwork, unfortunately. Uncultured swine? You're feeding the birds again, man. Oh, wait, hold on. You got friggin' auto modded. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dang, dude. Sounds like you just had a hard time driving on the road then, huh? Are they all drivers? Had a hard time on the road. Did they ever drive good? I don't know if they ever drive good, Wolfgang. We a Biscuit, excellent name. Hey, what's going on, man? Busted fenders. Hey, what up, man? Doing a little bit of inky style art with some drum and bass. What you up to, We a Biscuit? Big chillin', little chillin', somewhere in between. Seconds for dinner? Dang. Second breakfast, second lunch, second dinner. Dig it. What's on the menu, man? Menu. There we go. Chicken stuffing string beans, excellent. Sounds like Thanksgiving. Well, thanks for tuning in, man. We're just doing a little bit of, I don't know if you know Spider-Man or comic bookery, but we're just doing a little bit of Spidey villains, doing Shocker tonight. Shocker. You mainly do traditional style art here on Twitch. Traditional pen, ink, color, alcohol markers, airbrush, that kind of stuff. The occasional video game. Jamming out to a little drum and bass, or at least trying to when we don't get an ad. Yeah. Okay, it has a big belt. Hold on, let's make sure we're doing the belt right. Playing any games recently? Watching any movies recently, Weebiscuit? Although with a name like that, I would assume probably more anime, huh? Anime, maybe? Cutting your teeth on a little bit of anime. You know, we were just talking about Miku. Speaking of which. Hate-fueled ink. Excellent name. It actually might be what we're doing right now. Hate-fueled ink. What up, man? Doing a little bit of hate-fueled ink ourselves here with a little bit of ink art. Is it irate? Is it irascible? Doing a little bit of ink art, man. What's up with you? Visual novels, which a lot of people consider anime. Well, I mean, it's not like technically speaking anime, right? I mean, I guess some of the younger crowd might lump that into the anime category, huh? Ooh, tattoo artist. Excellent, excellent. I don't have any tattoos myself, but I'm an admirer of the style. Do you have a specific school that you like to study? Is it new school, old school, traditional? Hey, Groovy. Thank you for showing up, man. We here just chilling. It was nice having you here while I could, you know, chatting, you know, talking about things, but I think you need your rest. Your sleep schedule is all messed up. I appreciate you showing up. They belong in an anime, right? They look like they belong in an anime, so it's anime, right? Visual novel, huh? Dang. Is there even anything good these days with visual novels? Is there anything good? Hate-fueled ink. I think you got it there, man. Anime is animated, and manga was the comic book. Neo-traditional. Ooh, wow. Fine line, fine line. Ha ha ha. Trash Poke. Never heard of that one, man. I've heard of Art Nouveau and Fine Line, Realism, all that stuff, man. I have to say I really enjoyed traditional just because that was the tattoo art style that is unique to the medium. That art style came about because all they had to work with was just like this really thick black line, so they made a whole art style surrounding it. So I have just a soft spot for that style. Not talking trash about any other ones. That's just probably my favorite one. Old school traditional. Ooh, Ridge Racer. Okay, that's odd. Paranormicide just came out and it's great. We a Biscuit, if you have to know. If you really have to know, I'm still trying to get through, what is it called again? Gachiakura. I'm trying to get through Gachiakura right now. And a little bit of Trigun. Don't tell anyone, right? Watching a little bit of Gachiakura, a little bit of Trigun. That's what my anime diet is consisting of, currently speaking. You learn into the pretty stuff. The only girly thing about you is the pretty stuff. That's what you mean, I think. And comic noir. I love comic noir. I mean, if you really want to be liberal with the label there, I mean, this is kind of comic noir of sorts, right? The style, heavy line, heavy shadow placement. I mean, you could have tuned into some like VTuber anime girl doing bubbly, soft, fine line VTuber anime girl art, but you decided to come over here into my very dark and corrupted corner of Twitch, so thank you for that. Trigun, yeah, I watched a little bit of Trigun, man. Actually, we did draw Trigun here, like, I think 3 streams ago. Or should I say Vash? We drew Vash. Rash Poke has like... half-tone dots, so you mean stippling, paint strokes, patterns, etc. Wow. Sounds like a very hasty amalgamation of a couple different things that I know. Okay, I gotcha. Stuck in ad hell. Oh, dang. My people in ad hell. Let me... Dark stuff and metal. Okay, I gotcha. Dark stuff and metal. That's cool that you... It's cool that even though you like the dark stuff and the metal, that you find a little bit of time to lean into the girly shit. The girly pop. The girly pop tattoos. Oh, you know, we're just talking about this, that. Anime, tattoos, all kinds of stupid stuff. Oh yeah, I know that game. You've mentioned the very hallowed and old school, yeah, Nintendo DS. Man, I haven't heard the name of Room 215 been evoked in a long time. But I mean, there's definitely noir elements to it. There's noir elements to it. You could probably get away with saying that, right? Noir. In fact, you know what? I think you could say it's noir. Girl tattoo. Let's get because they're more comfy with female tattoos. Yeah, it's very possible. Yeah, very possible. With and I can't legitimately say just because, you know, I don't get tattoos, but I think from what I've seen, girl tattoo artists like to do a little bit more watercolor style, watercolor school, a little bit more colorful style things, maybe fine line like what you're saying, which, you know, of course there's exceptions to the rule, but that's just kind of what it looks like to me. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, because, you know, us guys, we have just such a, you know, heavy hand. We just gotta get all the ink in there. You know, we gotta get the ink in there. Get all the freaking ink in the freaking paper and the skin. You know. Okay, we're gonna do one of these right over here. I've definitely seen plenty of female, not tattoo artists, but regular artists that like to practice a little bit more color oriented and maybe a little bit thinner lines. So that's kind of what I'm used to with female artists, which again, is not a bad thing. I think it's just kind of maybe a trend, you could say. Hey, Field Ink. Yeah. I'm trying to, you know, there's not a whole lot of canvas here to practice on, if you know what I mean. I'm a little bit svelte, so maybe if I was a little bit, you know, bigger, but I've often thought about it, getting a tattoo. And we're gonna do one of those. Music's getting a little strange. Let's go switch it over to this one. If you can pinch it, you can tattoo and or pierce it. I only got these ones right over here, man. I don't even know if you can see them. If there's skin, you can ink it. Yeah. I've been told, you know, like I'm assuming lots of artists here on Twitch, if you can draw good, lots of people think, oh, you'd be a great tattoo artist. So I've been told that before. I don't know. It looks like fun, but skin definitely has a different weight and pull to it rather than paper. Obviously, I don't even need to say that, but I have to say it because it goes without saying. I have to say it. Still looks like it would probably be fun getting a tattoo. Something. Maybe something comic booky. You know, I love my comics. Comic book style. Nobody is undeserving of ink. That's a mantra. Sure. I've seen some pretty cool, like pop culture, like Star Wars and even like anime stuff, but rendered in like old traditional style of tattoo and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's cool seeing the different renditions that you can get. But I just haven't had my cherry popped yet. You know, it's just one of those things. Takes a long. Yeah, I gotcha. And everyone's gonna want something different and expect something different and all kinds of stuff. I've watched Ink Master, you know, in case you didn't know. The gold standard of how to judge tattoo artists. Right? I was thinking about something comic booky. I'm not quite sure. Maybe like I was thinking about getting something like the Green Lantern oath on my arm or leg or something a long time ago, but now I'm not sure. I think it would probably be something like family oriented, like some lettering. And you know what's really crappy about that is I actually love to do lettering. I just don't do it very often. I have some lettering. I do have some lettering that I've done. They're not in that slideshow up there. Ink Master, yeah. Ink Master. Where the tattoo artist will come up with something awesome and then the judges will be like, if you want to be Ink Master, then it has to be perfect, and it's not perfect. And it could be the smallest shit. The smallest shit. Get some of this. Like he's just so comfortable and irreverent, he can just get away with walking around with a toothpick in his mouth. I think his name was Peck. I think that was Peck. Yeah, maybe like my family name or something like that, but in like some kind of cool lettering. Something like that. And I've even done, I don't know if you've seen him, he's up there somewhere. I've done a commission before that was supposed to be a tattoo. I don't know if he ever got it done. Peg, yeah. Let's make it happen. All right, Hateful Dang. All right, let's make it happen, man. Yeah. When do you pack it up? When do you close the shop? When do you pack up your tools? And that's usually your cue when you say never. I will always be a tattoo artist. I will never stop. Okay? Do a little bit of girly pop, do a little bit of metal, call it a day. And you know what? Dang. I actually have another viewer that's here, I would say more often than not. And she's actually trying to she's trying to be an understudy for becoming a tattoo artist. She's not a tattoo artist, but she does a lot of art, and her art style looks like it's already tattoo. But if she was here, I could introduce you to her. But dang, you know, stuff and things. I do evening bookings, yeah, but this is usually when you say, but I'm booked out 2 months out. My schedule is so full, you're gonna have to wait 2 months before you get anything in. Yeah. She's very horror oriented. She actually makes Halloween masks. That's her job. But she's trying to be a tattoo artist, which I thought was really, really cool. She does art here on Twitch and gaming and blah blah, you know. You'll fit me in. Hey, Hayfield Inc. Thank you for that. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. I will take that rain check from you. Thank you. Although, be gentle with me. It will be my first time. Right? Alright, what else does this guy need? I think he needs a little bit of this. Right over here. Just the underside of the arm, I think, right over here. Hey, Wolf. Thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for chatting. It's always nice when you're here, man. I hope things start turning up the Loving Albedo. I'm gonna be here not for too much longer, but thank you for showing up again, Loving Albedo. Duh, Anime Wolf. No, you're good, you're good. I knew you're looking. Hateful to ink, yeah, I expect it. Yeah, have a good evening, man. Yeah. Hold on. We a Biscuit and Hateful to ink. No pressure at all. I'm just gonna drop this here in case you want it. It's the... Yeah, this is a Discord link if you just want to get in there. No pressure at all. It's very small, very humble. Don't gotta join. You might not even have Discord, which is, you know, that's fine too. Oh, and I didn't even see you both followed. Wow, thank you for that. Which, you know, We a Biscuit, that's weird. One of my friends is also called Biscuit. Except he's Commander Biscuit. Now you're We a Biscuit. Discork. Yeah, Discork. Very small, very humble. He's looking kind of done, if you ask me. He's looking kind of done. Although he does need the little oven mitt design on him and a little bit of color. Yeah, he's gonna be fun. He's gonna be fun to color. Sea biscuit. Yeah, different kind of biscuit. Different kind. Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you real quick. Letter would be... If I can find it. Right here. It might be in the slideshow. Some of it might be in the slideshow. A little bit of lettering action there. The Atom. That one's old. And it was on his foot, too. You can see that one. Noodle Maniac. That one was... I think that one might be in the slideshow, but it might not say Noodle Maniac because it was at the very bottom. That one's Happy New Year. That one was fun to do. Yeah, that was not this Happy New Year last, so it was 2025 New Year. That one was fun to do. Lettering stuff. You can do tattoos. No. I mean, maybe I could, but doing comic, I love doing comic art. I love doing the poses and, you know, shit like that. Oh, that's what I'll do, right? I'll make my own comic book on my arm, right? Damn. Just have the whole comic book on your arm. Just get a couple panels, yeah. I don't know, maybe. That sounds kind of nutty, but kind of like metal in its own unique way. Having a storyboard panel on your arm or something, that's crazy. Alright. Do a little bit more on the mask right over. Oh my god. Avatar Chainsaw Man DBZ. That's quite the eclectic mix and all like different. See, like that's the thing. Like if I drew Aang or Chainsaw Man or like anyone from DBZ, like it would be in my style. Like if I was a tattoo artist, I would have to copy the Toriyama style or the Avatar style, you know? And even Shocker right here, like this is my rendition of the Shocker. It's not the Buscema, it's not the Romita, it's not the Ditko version of Shocker, it's Spider's version of Shocker. So I guess I'm allowed a little bit of freedom there, huh? 20 shows? Damn. Someone was a little bit obsessed, huh? Maybe it was Wea Biscuit. Did you tattoo Wea Biscuit? Yeah. Alright. Alright, well, I think that guy's pretty much done. I guess pretty much done. All we need to do now, which I'm not going to do now, is I'm going to put alcohol markers on him. I think I'm going to do a little bit of airbrush on him later. This was just lines. But in the meantime, let's see if there's anyone even worthy of my raid. Yeah, I think there is. Yeah, we're just gonna hit up our friend. Yeah, like everything up there, I even drew a Piccolo a while ago, but like I didn't want to draw Piccolo in the Toriyama style. I wanted to do it in my style. Which isn't to say like I couldn't, but at that point to me it would just be copying what someone's already done. That's where doing some of this is fun, where you can basically put your own artistic spin on something that's been done, 1,000 times, right? Wee Biscuit, welcome back. See, like, okay, before I get off, yeah, hateful thing, Jeez, I almost said Hate Food Inc. Hate Food Inc. I know, right? Jeez. It's like, this is kind of what I said. Hate Food Incorporated. Okay, so since I got, it looks like Hate Food Inc. and Wee Biscuit here, showing off a little bit of the other projects that aren't getting worked on, not up here. We are going to raid up our friend, though. We do got to raid up our friend. Commander Biscuit. The other Biscuit. Not Wee Biscuit. The other Biscuit. Hold on. We get a good angle. This one is Metal Man from Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2. See, we're getting the kind of background figured out right now, but I already did all the actual work on him, you know? We got all the blacks figured out, all the shadows. We get a little bit of highlights in there too. Yeah. He's fun to do, throwing the metal blade. A very, very unfinished Cienco from Darkstalkers Cienco. And this is a big paper. It's 11 by 17, so I can't show the whole thing, but you kind of get it. It's Cienco from Darkstalkers, which we were working on probably 2 weeks ago, I think. Working on a little bit more Capcom art. Capcom, because we love Capcom. She's a cutie. She's for real a cutie. Maybe you like feet. Drawing feet. Don't get to do that very often. Let's add the photo over here. This one's unfinished jury. I hate feet. Actually, I think it's kind of fun doing feet. You never see them, but they're kind of fun to do. They can be expressive. This one, unfinished Jury Han from Street Fighter. This one right over here. When we have Wild West Wednesday, which we do. Unfinished Cowboy over here. And then of course we also have what is that? What is that? I just need to color this one. Doom. I should remember Doom. With the chainsaw and everything. Mum. Yeah. It's a fun one. All the black and white stuff. Speaking of ink, right? Black and white stuff. I do color too, though. You know, I was doing color. This one just needs a background color. It's pretty much done. MHA, Star and Stripe. Anyway. Let's get the raid set up. MHA, yeah, you know what's up, me? I don't know. Do I get the title? I don't know if I have the title of Weave. I like MHA. Merc, exactly. I mean, let me get my commander. Get the raid. There we go. I mean, to be fair, I do have the volume, right? I mean, how could I not? How could I not? Man, look at that art. Oof, ooh, so crispy, so good. Yeah, yeah, I know. Maybe just a little tiny bit. All right. Yeah. Anyway, hey, we a biscuit. You're gonna meet another biscuit. The Commander Biscuit. Fellow artist here on Twitch, fellow traditional artist here on Twitch, but he's playing Resident Evil right now. So you go hang out with Commander Biscuit. He's a very, very cool guy. He's just on that Resident Evil kick. Yeah. We're gonna get even more artwork done here. I'm thinking I'll be back on stream maybe Friday, Saturday, maybe Saturday. Yeah, probably Saturday. No. We'll see how things go. Hate Fueled Inc. We a Biscuit. Everyone else that was here, I love y'all. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for hanging out. We're gonna be back here again, doing more art. Stay angry. Do the things that make you feel like yourself. Catch you on the next one. All right.